Welcome back. All right, we got 5 games tonight in the National Hockey League, and 3 of them ended in shutouts. While I keep seeing articles about how save percentage is down and goaltending's not as good, there's a reason I haven't done a video on it, because save percentages have been going up over the last couple of weeks, and so I felt like it's not really a topic, because the goaltenders very often start out with bad numbers and they get better as the season rolls along. So, starting things off, we have Vegas and Toronto. There's some controversy in this one, and I will give you my opinion on said controversy. So it's Hill versus Wall in this one. Tavares has a net feed that's picked off. Vegas draws a power play. There's a shorthanded rush by Marner. He fires high there. Power play's killed off. 1 shot on net. There's a crossbar for Kolesar on the rush, and I love that rhymes. Crossbar Kolesar. Shots are 4-0 Vegas at 7 minutes. Now the Leafs press at 8 minutes, and eventually they score at 8:53. Fraser Minton gets his first NHL goal. It was a great pass by Nylander to set that up. Ekman Larson with the other assist on that makes it 1-0 for Toronto. Leafs press for another. Toronto building some momentum. Grabenkin to Minton, near miss there. Vegas presses with 2.5 minutes left. Robertson's denied on a 2-on-1 rush. It's 1-0 Toronto after 1. Second period. Leafs press at a minute and a half. Vegas gets some pressure at 5 minutes. The shots are only 2-1 for Vegas at 6 minutes. There wasn't a lot of sustained pressure for either team early in that period. Nyes gets shaken up. Things are punchy. Initially, they gave 5 minutes to White Cloud. They reviewed it, and then they decided that the hit wasn't worth a penalty. And apparently, the Sportsnet panel said he didn't leave his feet. I thought he did, and he didn't target the head. He hits the shoulder kind of at the same time as he hits the head. So to me, I was very surprised that wasn't a penalty. I was I could maybe see it being dropped from 5-2, but no penalty. I was honestly very surprised by that. Now I know the argument's been back and forth. I know some have come out and said that was a perfectly fine, clean hit. That was a great hit, and others have said no. I lean towards no personally. And so, yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts. But I was very surprised, because then what ends up happening is Vegas comes out of that with a power play. So the fans were upset. I totally understood why they were upset. The ref's told that he sucks. I can't deny that. Things are pushy on a hold by Wall. Roy's denied. The dislike is up. This game just got really ugly from that point going forward. There's a shorthanded chance for Minton that's held. Power play's killed off. Penalty boxes start filling up as the punching increases. Shots are 11-4 Vegas with 8.5 minutes left. Vegas draws a power play. That's killed off. The Leafs press are kept to the outside. Nylander can't bury one in close. Good press going on there, but it's still 1-0 after the second period. Third period. Leafs draw a power play. There's a post for Tavares. Marner has a shot that's blocked. There's a shorthanded rush by Vegas that's defended, and then the puck goes the other way. And on that 2-on-1 rush, Nylander scores. Marner and Tavares with the assists at 3:01. The Leafs press for another. McCabe's denied. The Leafs are controlling the game at this point. We have a power play for Toronto. That's killed off. Toronto presses after it ends. The shots are 9-2 for the Leafs at the half. Pearson fires one high on a rush. Vegas presses with 4.5 minutes left. The goalie pull happens with 3:32 left. And Holmberg hits the empty netter for his first of the season. Marner and Tavares with the assists at 16:41. And then just to make sure they preserve the shutout, the Leafs with some pressure in the final minute. It's a 3-0 win for Toronto. They go to 12-6-2 with the win. Vegas drops to 11-6-2 with the loss. Shots on net, 10-7 Vegas in the first, 16-6 Vegas in the second, and then 13-5 Toronto in the third. Final shots are 31-26 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Power plays, Vegas 0-3, Toronto 1-2. The hits, 29-27 for Vegas. Aiden Hill saves 23 out of 25. He was very good, but Wall was a wall. 31 saves on 31 shots for his second career shutout and his first career shutout in Toronto. All right, moving along. Carolina and Philadelphia. Not really any controversy that I saw in this one. So it's Kochetkov versus Fedotov. And on their second shot, Carolina scores. At 30 seconds, it's Chatfield. This goal was switched to Martinook and then back to Chatfield. Martinook and Carrier with the assists. The Canes then look for another. There's a delay game call. The Canes go to the power play. We end up with 42 seconds of 4-on-4. Everything's killed off there. Shots are 3 apiece at 7 minutes. Richard's denied as the Flyers get some pressure. The Canes press with 7.5 minutes left. Sanheim's then denied as the Flyers get some pressure. There's a delay game call. The Flyers get a power play. Carolina kills that off, just the one shot on net. Canes press with 3 minutes left with 21.2 seconds left. The Flyers get a power play. That leads to a shorthanded chance for SJ-DAL in a rush. That is saved. It's 1-0 Carolina after the first. Second period, Canes finish killing that penalty, and then Paling from the high slot. And I didn't think this was a very good goal on Kochetkov, and it's the only blemish on his record. Sealer and Cates with the assists at 2:13. And then the Flyers looked for the lead. 3.5 minutes in, the shots are 2-0 Flyers. But they would get stuck on 2 shots for a while. The Canes press at 5 minutes. In fact, by 7.5 minutes, the shots are 6-2 for Carolina. Grands has a shot that's blocked out. Both teams are blocking the net pretty well. The Canes press with 5 minutes left, and it was over 13 minutes between shots for the Philadelphia Flyers. Aho's denied in the final minute, and he would remember that as it's 1-1 after 2. In the third period, on a turnover, Aho puts one through. Fedotov passed a screen at 1:03. Carolina has the lead back at 2-1. Things are then pushed in a hold by Fedotov. And the first 5 minutes, almost the entire time spent in Philadelphia's zone. At 5.5 minutes, the shots are 7-1 for Carolina. Carolina wins a faceoff, and a puck is deflected in off by Stahl. Orlov and Chatfield with the assists at 6:02. And then after a turnover, Roslovic buries one in close. Aho with the assist at 6:57. So that makes it 4-1. Konechny has a net drive chance. That's held. The shots are 16-3 for Carolina with 5.5 minutes left. Canes press with 4.5 minutes left. Farabee has a shot that's held in the final minute. And late in this game, the Boo Birds are out in Philadelphia. Your final score is 4-1 for Carolina. They go to 14-4 on the season. Philadelphia drops to 8-10-2. Rough loss for Philadelphia. Shots on net, 11-10 Philly in the first, 10-4 Carolina in the second, 17-4 Carolina in the third. Final shots, 37-19 Carolina. Power plays, the Canes 0-1, Philadelphia 0-3. The hits, 20-12 Philadelphia. Kochetkov 18 saves on 19 shots. Fedotov 33 saves on 37 shots. Busy night for Fedotov. I thought he had a decent game. Just didn't get the goal support from Philadelphia. All right, next up, San Jose and Dallas. So San Jose tried. They almost came back, but let's go through this. So it's Blackwood versus Ottinger. There's an early press by Dallas. Shots are 2 apiece at 3.5 minutes. There's a delay game call, gives the Stars a power play. San Jose kills that off. 2 shots on net for Dallas there. There's a press by Dallas after, but they're kept to the outside. Then the Sharks press at 8 minutes. However, the Stars would end up going back to the power play. Heiskanen has a wrister that's held. That power play is killed off as well. Sharks draw a power play of their own. Wallman has a screenshot. That's held. Toffoli's denied. There was a post for Cody Ceci. That power play is killed off. And then at 15:32, Robertson, who has gone a while without a goal. I think it was 10 games. Dumba and Harley with the assists on that one. With 2:42 left, the Stars go to the power play. During that, there's a near miss for Robertson, and then puck goes the other way. Granlund on a fast break, shorthanded, scores. Eklund with the assist at 18:27. San Jose ties the game at 1. Sharks then finish the kill, so it's 1-1 after the first. Second period, 56 seconds in on a net drive. Wyatt Johnston, who absolutely needed a goal as well. So the good news for Dallas tonight, some players that needed to get goals got them. Hintz and Robertson with the assist there. So Robertson with a goal and an assist, that goal coming 56 seconds into the second period. Stars press for another. The shots are 2-1 for the Sharks, though, 4 minutes in. Stars have a 3-on-2 that's broken up. Sharks rush the other way. We get a power play for San Jose. Dallas kills that off. Stars press at 9 minutes. Lundqvist exits, so we were down to 5 defensemen for the Stars, and Lundqvist did not return to the game, so Dallas was down to 5 defenders the rest of the way. Shots are 5-2 for Dallas at the half, and at 10:56 on a turnover, Ben buries one at the net. Stankoven with the assist, and that makes it 3-1 for Dallas. Sharks press with 6 minutes left. There's more pressure by the Sharks with 3.5 minutes left. Momentum for San Jose late, but they're still down 3-1 after 2 periods. Third period, early press by Dallas. The Sharks press at 3 minutes, and they lead in the shots. 7 minutes into the period, 3-2. Beck is denied on a one-timer. Heiskanen has a net drive that's saved, and that's during that same set of plays. The Stars press at the half. In fact, we get a power play for Dallas. That's killed off. And then Wallman at 13:24 scores from Granlund. He wires that one from the slot. Then there's a delayed game call. That gives the Sharks a power play. However, Dallas kills that off without any really good looks at the net for San Jose. Liljegren's denied as the Sharks press. It still doesn't sound right, but that's how he wants it pronounced. It's pronounced Liljegren. Post for Sagan on a breakaway, and then the spotter pulled Granlund. Granlund took kind of an elbow up high. It wasn't called, but the spotter saw it, so Granlund gets pulled out. You could see them talking to him and a guy on the radio and all that. He wasn't happy because we're very late in the game at the time that takes place. The goalie pull happens with 2.5 minutes left, and at 18:33, Rope Hintz scores from Johnston into the empty net, so they pull the goalie again, and Dodonov scores from Beck at 19:06 to make the final score 5-2. Dallas goes to 12-6 on the season. San Jose drops to 6-11-4 with the loss. Shots on net: 14-9 Dallas in the first, 8-6 Dallas in the second, 9-8 Dallas in the third. They outshoot San Jose 31-23. Power plays: San Jose 0 for 3, Dallas 0 for 4. The hits 28-20 in favor of San Jose. Blackwood had a good night. 26 saves on 29 shots isn't bad. Ottinger saves 21 out of 23 at the other end. That being said, I do need to change boards. And then we get to the land of the shutout. Now, I left 2 columns for each game, and then I didn't need them. So it's Saros versus Decord as we get into Nashville against Seattle. The Tony the Tiger Magnets out in force. Preds start the wrong lineup, so that's a penalty. Basically, you give the starting lineups to the referee, and if your initial line on the ice does not match the starting lineup, you get a penalty for it. Seattle picked up on it, informed the referee, and so a penalty's done. Now, Tolvanen's denied and close. That power play's killed off, so that doesn't hurt Nashville. It's just one of those whoopses. I think it was 9 that was supposed to be on the ice, and it was 91 instead, so it's just they wrote down the wrong numbers. So shots are 4-0 Seattle at 3 minutes. There's a press by Nashville at 6 minutes. In fact, Nashville draws a power play. Forsberg's denied. Rebounds cleared. That power play's killed off. Burakovsky has a rush chance that's blocked. Strong forechecking by Nashville late in the period. Nyquist has a fast break chance that's held. Shots are 6-5 for Nashville with 5.5 minutes left. There's a kick save on a Sprong fast break. 2:02 left. The Seattle Kraken get a power play. That's killed off because Saros was absolutely fantastic. Saros again tonight. Great game. No goal support. It's 0-0 after the first. Second period, there's an early press by Nashville. The Kraken get pinned down, but they block the net pretty well there. Gord fires one high on a 3-on-2 rush. We get a power play for Nashville. There's a shorthanded chance from McCann to Gord at the net. That's picked off. That power play's killed off. Both teams had chances during that power play. Shots are 3-2 Nashville at 5.5 minutes. Nashville presses at 6 minutes. Then there's an offensive zone penalty by Marcia, so that brings that to an end. That power play is killed off. Seattle presses halfway through. We get another power play for Seattle. That leads to a shorthanded chance for Sissons late in that power play. That one's killed off as well. Tolvanen has a one-timer that's saved. The shots are 10-7 for Seattle with 5 minutes left. And then at 15:55 on a failed clear, Sprong buries one from the side of the net. Stevenson and Montour with the assists. Seattle's up 1-0. Stevenson then has a tip shot that's held. It's 1-0 after the second period. Third period, at 23 seconds on a cross-ice pass, Montour buries one. Stevenson and Schwartz with the assists there, so it's 2-0 Seattle. Sissons fires one wide. There's a brief press by Nashville. Then we get a crossbar, or Smith fires wide on a 3-on-2 rush. And then there's a crossbar for Schenn from the slot. The ref's told that he sucks because Luke Schenn cross-checked Beniers in the face, and there was no call on the play. I understand the referee missed it, though. That's the thing. I understand the referee missed it. So then the teams exchange rushes. LaRue is robbed in close. There's chance for Joey Decord there, and rightfully so. Nashville presses at 6.5 minutes. Beniers has a rush chance that saved. The Preds score, but Novak kicked it in. He knew he kicked it in. His reaction after was one of those, I kicked it in, I hope it counts. He didn't say it, but he might as well have. Body language says a lot there. Honestly, referees should just look at the reaction of the guy that scores and go, that's no goal. He didn't even smile. That's no goal. So Borgen has a shot that's held as the Kraken press with 6:03 left. Nashville gets a power play. That's killed off. The goalie's pulled early because you're down by 2, so there's a near miss for Nyquist and close, and then Yanni Gord hits the empty net. Schwartz and Stevenson with the assists at 17-17, and Seattle locks it down from there to get the shutout. It's a 3-0 win for Seattle. They go to 10-9-1, and as Panger said towards the end of the game, in a sea of teams in the NHL where everybody's 500. Nashville's not 500. They're 6-11-3. Shots on net, 10-6 Seattle in the first, 17-8 Seattle in the second, 10-9 Nashville in the third. Final shots 36-24 for the Kraken. Power plays, Nashville 0 for 3, Seattle 0 for 4. The hits 21-13 Nashville. Saros saved 33 out of 35. He had a great game, but Decord didn't allow anything. 24 saves on 24 shots. All right, and last game of the night is Buffalo and LA. And if you tried to watch this on Sportsnet on television, well, you couldn't. I had to actually go on to my tablet at the start of the game because while it was on 5 different channels of Sportsnet, they had to show the post game of the Toronto game. They had to show the press conference with Craig Berube. They had to show various interviews with various Maple Leafs because they beat Vegas. I just wonder. I just thinking outside the box. Buffalo and LA, would they have done that post game like that and cut off the start of a Toronto Maple Leafs game? I don't think they would have. Now, if it was a regional broadcast only, if this was just Sportsnet Ontario and they showed the Toronto post game, fine. But when it's all across Canada, you're not supposed to do that. That's a national broadcast. You can show, I don't know, you have Sportsnet Plus, you could show the post game on there. You could say, hey, Leafs fans, you want to watch the post game? We got it on Sportsnet Plus, or you can watch it online. We're going to the Buffalo LA game. And I thought, well, they're just killing time. Maybe there's a pregame ceremony in Los Angeles. No, they just weren't showing the start of that game, which I think is very unprofessional when there's no other way for somebody watching television to get to watch the game. So again, I have Sportsnet Plus. This is part of the reason why I pay for Sportsnet Plus on top of paying for Center Ice, because sometimes the game's not on Sportsnet Plus, sometimes it's not on Center Ice, and thanks to the Amazon Prime deal, sometimes it's on neither. Okay, let's get into the game. So it's Luukkonen versus Riddick, and again, the Leafs post-game means tablets needed. The Sabres press at 2 minutes. The shots are 3 apiece at 3 minutes. Honestly, there were shots early in this game. Dahlin has a shot that's blocked. Puck's cleared out. Teams exchange turnovers. Sabres get some pressure at 8 minutes. And then Sportsnet picks up the feed about halfway through the first period. So welcome to the game if you were watching on TV. Tuck's denied and close as the Sabres press. And if anybody's going to say, well, it's just Buffalo, LA, who cares? Then don't get the national rights to that game if nobody cares. So yeah, Moverare has a screenshot that's held. The Sabres draw a power play. That's killed off. Byfield's denied and close. The Sabres press with 4 minutes left. Momentum for Buffalo in that second half. With 125 left, though, the Kings draw a power play. So that rolls over into the second period. Laferriere fires one high late in the power play. The Sabres do finish the kill. Kings then take a penalty. The Sabres really struggle to set that up, and it's killed off. The Kings press at 4 minutes, and they're a post away from going up 1-0. So Luukkonen, grateful for his post there. Shots are only 2-1 in favor of LA at 6.5 minutes. Like, they had a power play, another one's killed off. I don't think there was a single shot during that power play. Both teams defending really, really well at this point in the game. Kings go back to the power play. Luukkonen holds with Malenstein down. He was hurt on a block shot. He would come back. It's one of those ones where I think he had to walk it off. But when he was crawling around his own zone trying to get into the play, like he was actually crawling on the ice. It didn't look great. My first thought was maybe he'd thrown a blade, but nah, it was a block shot. So power plays killed off. UPL holds afterwards. There were 4 shots for LA during that power play. Sabres press with 5 minutes left. With 3:48 left, there's a delay game call, which sends the Kings back to the power play. I believe that's the one where Dahlin threw it over the glass, and he didn't even argue. He just went straight to the box. So that power play's killed off, and then with 30.2 seconds left, the Sabres get a turn. There's a shorthanded 2-on-1 that takes place that misfires, but it's scoreless after 2. Early in the third, at 38 seconds, so just before that power play is going to come to an end, Zucker scores from Dahlin and Tuck. It's the 200th career goal for Jason Zucker. And yeah, so there you go. Zucker with a power play goal. It's 1-0 for Buffalo. Sabres press for another. The Kings press at 3.5 minutes, but shots are at a premium in the third. The shots are 1 apiece at 6.5 minutes. With 8 minutes and 40 seconds left, the Kings draw a power play. That was killed off. 2 shots on net. Shots are 10-4 for LA with 6 minutes left. Just Luukkonen wasn't allowing anything tonight. He just decided, if I don't allow a goal, we win. It's a good scenario. I don't know why other goalies don't try it. Or, we had 3 do it tonight. So 3:44 left. Deneau takes a high stick. There was no call on that play. Referees miss things. It does happen that way. The goalie pull happens with 2.5 minutes left. There's a near miss for Byfield during that. Buffalo holds on. They win this one 1-0. They go to 9-9-1 with a much needed victory. With the loss, the LA Kings are 10-7-3 on the season. Shots on net, 9-6 Buffalo in the first, 6-3 LA in the second, 12-7 LA in the third. Final shots, 24-19 for the LA Kings. Power plays, Buffalo 1 for 3, LA 0 for 5, meaning there were no goals, 5-on-5 in this game. Hits were 19 apiece. Luukkonen saves all 24 shots for the shutout. Same amount of saves as Decord, and less than Woll. Woll had the most impressive shutout with 31 saves. Riddick saves 18 out of 19. He was very good, just his team couldn't get a goal past Luukkonen. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.